Welcome to Around Town, featuring what's happening here in the greater Concord area. I'm your host, Dick Patten. It's a pleasure to welcome you back as we are now in the month of February, and of course, Groundhog Day is come and gone, and next big day up is Valentine's Day, and I'm sure that most of you gentlemen out there, or ladies too, I guess, are getting ready for the big day by purchasing your box of candy, or ordering your flowers, or making your dinner reservations, or whatever else you want to do on Valentine's Day. But one of the big traditions here in Concord has been the Concord Coachmen Barbershoppers, who do a singing on that day, and sometimes the day before, I guess, too. And to talk about that today, I'm very pleased to have with me Walt Griffin and Lou Jacob, and they're two of the singers with the group. And welcome to Around Town. Pleasure to have you both in here.
Thank you, Dick. It's a pleasure to be back with you again.
I know. It's been, we're celebrating our 19th year around town now. And
excellent.
Yeah, volunteer. And I think we heard the coachman on almost 17, at least 17 years of those times coming in. So
17, maybe even more.
So now you're getting your voices ready for another big season on Valentine's. And,
we're excited about it and pleased. And as you mentioned, we'll be delivering on 2 days this year. We're going to deliver Singing Valentine's on Friday the 12th, and then again on Sunday afternoon the 14th.
Oh.
So folks have 2 days to choose from. And as you mentioned, sometimes a fella gives this to a lady, and sometimes the lady gives it to a guy. But we've also had, I'd say, most any kind of relationship you can think of, we've been able to convey their message of love or friendship or respect.
I was going to say, I mean, now that with life the way it is, it could be two men surprising each other, the husbands or the two wives or whatever. But still, it's Valentine's, the day to show your love. Or
our criteria is this is a gift from a loved one
That's
to
right.
another.
Exactly, Lou. You got the right thing on.
Yeah, and the other part of what I was thinking of is that we've delivered from teacher to students and students to teachers, parents to child and vice versa, aunts and uncles to nieces and nephews and vice versa. Just took an order from a fellow who's going to have us sing to the staff at a nursing home who's given super care to his mom. And just about any...
now that's a thought I would never have thought of, something like that. That's a nice gesture, especially a hospital or a nursing home.
Yeah. An order I took yesterday, one of the patients is going to give this gift to her caregiver by way of saying thanks for the loving care. So it's just a wonderful variety of ways. We do have also two friends who work for the state, and one of those friends decided to just to give this to her friend, just to let her know, hey, I'm here for you. I'm glad to be your friend. So it's a great variety of things. We can adjust the songs to be appropriate to the relationship and the setting in which we're delivering this Singing Valentine. And you can help me. We've delivered in so many different settings. We mentioned a few, but there's others as well.
From the privacy of their own homes.
Yeah.
Just a couple, between couples. I think the other extreme, and I mentioned this just a little while ago, we delivered to a teacher. Actually, it was her mother that got it for her daughter, who was a teacher. And we went into the school expecting to meet up with her, maybe in the office or in the teacher's lounge. Well, it turned out she was conducting an entire school assembly.
Oh, really?
And we basically interrupted, delivered the Valentine to her. It got emotional because I grew up. I've known this young lady since she was born. And it got emotional, and it was just the sweetest thing. Of course, the kids loved it.
Oh, I bet they did.
And I think we all loved it. And she talks about it still. So it could be very intimate, very private, very romantic, if you will, to very...
say celebratory and very public.
I don't want to say showy, but you know what I mean.
Too.
And anything in between. It's whatever the customer wants.
I never would have thought of a teacher though type thing. That's definitely different. It's a nice gesture, but
it's wonderful. I delivered one a couple of years ago. My dentist hired the quartet to sing to his staff. his hygienists and all that, and the office people. We went in early because they had an employee meeting, delivered to them, and those are just a lot of fun for everybody.
Do they ever this is not meant to take away the fun of it, but does anybody ever think when you come to their doorstep that, oh, it's the Publishers Clearinghouse? Seeing the guys come with everything and flowers and all that, and think, oh, wow, they won some money. But
no, since there's 4 of us, and we've got our tuxedo shirts and our red vests and our fancy black bow tie, they get the idea this is not an ordinary visit.
Yeah.
And I should clarify that what happens with the Singing Valentine is the 4 fellows, as I've described, good-looking guys dressed to the nines, show up to the site, wherever it may be, and we say, hi, we're here to deliver a very special Valentine present to you from so-and-so, any of those relationships we mentioned. And so these 2 songs of love or friendship or thanks, whatever the topic is that visit, are to you from John. Yeah. We're just the messenger here, and we're pleased to deliver this message of affection. So we sing 2 short songs that convey either love or friendship or gratitude, and then we say, and this red rose is for you. And if it's a guy, we say, and John, this red rose is for you to give to Mary.
There you go.
And then we gather around the recipient and take a photograph, and then we're on to the next delivery. And so our 4 quartets that'll be out doing deliveries on February 12th will probably do 15 or 16 deliveries in the course of a day.
My goodness.
We just keep rolling along. And
it's a busy day.
And you got 4 quartets.
Yep. So we'll have 3 working in Concord and the towns that border Concord, and we'll have another quartet delivering Singing Valentines in Manchester and the towns around Manchester. So it's going to be a very busy day, and then we do it again on Sunday afternoon.
So you only have 1 quartet in Manchester?
Yeah. Well, what's going to happen is that some of that one of the quartets from Concord is going to probably spend half or more of their time actually down towards Manchester. Because you're right, we get even more orders down that way. And so it's only $39 for this gift. And if I may, we can give them the phone number stick of the fellas to call. And we have Dave Gruette, who's taking orders for the Concord area.
Yeah.
And his number is 608-9768.
Yeah.
And Joe Hayden is taking the orders for the Manchester area, and his number is 483-8295. And so it's very easy. You just call. They'll give you more information. And then if you'd like to go ahead, it's very easy to do so. And so it's just a lot of fun and joy for everybody involved. And just a very, very special gift and a great way to have a lot of fun on Valentine's Day.
How many years have you been doing this now?
This is our 18th year of delivering Singing Valentines.
So that first year you probably had what? 4 or 5 or something?
Yeah, a very small number. Certainly, I think less than 10 the very first year.
Yeah.
But each year we've been able to do more Singing Valentine deliveries. And with 4 quartets doing about 15 each, we'll probably do 60 on Friday. And we'll have actually 2 quartets Sunday afternoon, 1 in Concord, 1 in Manchester. They'll probably do 10 each, so that's another 20. So we probably have about 80 Singing Valentines that we'll deliver.
Gosh.
And everyone will be special. Everyone will be a little different in some way. And everyone will be a joyous occasion.
The numbers almost increase corresponding to our membership. Because especially, we have new members. We just signed 2 guys. They signed up a couple of weeks ago.
Did you?
They came to a rehearsal, which is always open to any gentleman that would like to try singing barbershop or just listen. They tried it that evening, and before they left, they wanted applications, which was really neat. So you explain the program. A lot of them have never even heard of Singing Valentines. So that's a new source of enthusiasm.
Yeah.
And they have a circle of friends, if you will. So our exposure gets out there, and it keeps expanding exponentially, if you will.
Oh, yeah.
You mentioned 3 quartets here in Concord and only 1 in Manchester. We don't really have the exposure yet in the Manchester area. We are the Concord Coachmen. This is our home.
Yeah.
And we don't really expend all the resources in the Manchester area. It's almost like we want to be careful because if we double the number of
Sure.
Valentines, we wouldn't be able to deliver.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I should add, we've had fun doing this interview together a number of times, and so I forget to give the basics. But as Louis indicated, we and all the guys in the quartets are members of the Concord Coachmen Chorus,
Yes.
the Concord Coachmen Barbershop Chorus,
Yep.
which was founded here in 1957. So we're in year 59. Next year will be the 60th year that we've been serving all of New Hampshire through music by singing. And we have some fellows who just come to sing with us once in a while, and we have about close to 30 fellows that are official members of the chorus. And we do performances all through the year, as you know, and our big annual concert in October every year. And we just have a lot of fun and just enjoy entertaining audiences and helping people get more singing into their lives, whether it's a case of listening to it or just doing more singing themselves as well. So it's a really good thing, and we're very proud to be in that chorus.
What is your youngest member? What's the age?
Let's see. Probably right now we've got somebody in their 30s, but I will say that over the years we had a fellow who was in junior high who sang with us for quite a while, and
actually, we just had a father and son.
Oh, that's right. Alex and his dad are
Alex
with us now.
is in high school. I think he's maybe 17.
Mm-hmm.
And his dad signed up with him.
Really?
So we get a tag team, so to speak, and it's kind of neat because Alex sings lead, his dad sings bass, so there's a half a quartet right there. And if they could find another father and son with a tenor and a bari, that would be a perfect match.
Now wait a minute. You just mentioned something. I knew of the tenor and baritone.
Yep.
Alto,
Well,
soprano.
It has that difference from a church choir. You're right, Dick. In a church choir, you have soprano, alto, baritone, and bass, and that baritone is sometimes called the first bass. And but barbershop is different. You have two tenors. One sings a very high tenor part, and then the guy who sings the lead.
That's what you just said. Lead. What's lead?
That's the melody of the song, and it's usually a case where it's in a pretty high range. So actually, a tenor is singing that usually, and then you have a baritone who provides the key notes that really make that barbershop chord ring on every note. And then you have the bass, and we have a lot of guys with beautiful deep bass voices in our chorus, so we're very, very blessed to have that. Actually, a lot of good singers in every part. So we have those four parts, and the thing about barbershop, and it's an original art form just like jazz, and it's been around a long, long time, and it's the kind of thing where it has a very sweet, beautiful, close harmony, and most folks, after they've heard a little bit of barbershop singing, they can then recognize it any time because it's a very distinctive, sweet sound and beautiful, close harmony that the four parts create. Yeah.
I was always wondering. See, I have a cousin who's a singer at Concord High School. He's in his senior year. And he does all the singing, I guess, for the national anthem for the football games, and he's in a lot of the plays up there, or programs. Is it Nathan Smith or Nathaniel Smith?
I'm sure he's got quite the voice.
He's got a voice for it, and of course he's been an all-state participant. And of course, he just went to Nashville back in October. He was the only one chosen of high school students from the northern New England states to go down there and participate in this festival. And he's quite. I should get him to contact you.
Well, give him our congratulations and let him know that if he'd like to explore barbershop harmony and barbershop style singing, we'd love to have him come by and see if it's of interest to him. Like I say, we have a lot of guys who come to rehearsal once and decide, oh man, this is just what I want, and some guys come by and say, no, it's not quite what I'm looking for. And we have some guys who come by now and then just because they like to sing with us but can't come every day, every week. We rehearse every Thursday night at St. John the Baptist in
Allenstown.
Allenstown. And we start at 7:30 and finish at 9:30. And there's a break in the middle to have some refreshments. So periodically also, we have a wonderful director, Eric Ruthenberg, who makes rehearsals so much fun while we're learning to sing better, and it's just a great experience. And it's interesting that your cousin was in Nashville, because that's where our international society is headquartered.
Really?
Our chorus, the Concord Coachmen, is just one of over 800 choruses worldwide in the Barbershop Harmony Society, and that was founded way back in 1935, and it's the largest men's singing organization in the world, and we're very proud to be a part of that.
Interesting. That's good.
And
do you think sometimes that, though, the younger crowd today or whatever, of course, that when you hear barbershop music, do they think you think back years ago when you'd have like four guys or whatever standing on a street corner in the front of a barbershop or something? I mean, how did it ever become known as barbershop music? I mean, that's what I'm wondering.
One of the stops along the way in its development was that when barbershops were a social hub for men back in the late 1800s and early 1900s, in addition to talking politics and everything else under the sun at the barbershop, they'd also get together and do some singing there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's where the name came from, and so it's interesting origin.
The actual singing style has been around like the beginning of the 1900s, if not sooner. And it progressed, it evolved. And like in the mid-30s, this group of gentlemen decided to, hey, this is a really neat style, but we got to preserve it, because like any form of art, it evolves and it changes. And I don't think I'm going to get this right, but the original name of the society was the Society for the Preservation and Encouragement of Barbershop Quartet Singing in America. They have since changed that to a Harmony Society, for obvious reasons. But these guys got together on a rooftop, and I think it was in Nashville. I'm not sure. And they said, look, we've got to organize. We got to come up with, unfortunately, rules and regulations to preserve the barbershop style.
But they're very, very few and pretty easy to work with.
Oh, absolutely. It's great music, and the music has evolved. We've got a lot of contemporary stuff that has been arranged for four-part harmony, and of course, no instrumentation. It's all a cappella, which is tremendously popular right now. So, in a sense, we're trying to ride that coattail, if you will, because the society is really promoting it in the schools, especially at the college a cappella level. So we've got a lot of very talented young men out there that are interested in this, quote, old-fashioned thing called barbershop, because it really is contemporary, even though I think a lot of people think of it as the pinstripe vests and the boaters or the straw hats, you know, and we'll do that, but we'll also mix in some new stuff. I'm dating myself. I mean, we're doing Beach Boys arrangements and Beatles arrangements and stuff like that. No, that's not modern music. Forgive me, but at least we're coming up. And the one thing I have to stress the most, with the invitation to any gentleman to come to a rehearsal, barbershop singing, all singing is you can't group it all in one, but barbershop singing, first and foremost, is fun. It's fun. You don't have to be a music major. You don't even have to be able to read music. We have learning media that anybody can learn. And this Valentine program kind of ties in, because we're able to sing our style to people that may have never heard it before. And it just sparks that interest, because it's fun. It makes you feel good. I mean, we could sing a sad ballad or something, and the lyrics will be emotional, but the music is still there, and it's just fun. I can't, because you can tell I'm a bit enthusiastic when it comes to it.
Your enthusiasm, it shows. You know, that's good, because you're enjoying what you're doing. You know, but I was thinking, when you're talking about music, it's funny, because I guess it's because I was watching I Love Lucy. But she did a show once, or Ricky was doing a thing about barbershop music or something. They both had the goatees or something there.
Oh, the handlebar mustache.
Yes. And they were singing, and Lucy somehow snuck into the act. But I was thinking, wasn't there? My grandmother had an album of mine. Maybe it was my mother. of barbershop music, and it was, I thought one of the songs was Clementine, or something like,
My Darling Clementine?
that's the one, yes. That was when it was on that album. I remember that one because there was a bunch of other ones, but that was one that seemed to stick out. But
yeah. Well, let me jump back for just a minute because I know we're getting close to the end of our interview time.
yeah,
And again, if folks would like to hear some barbershop music and give a wonderful gift at the same time, Singing Valentine is just the thing. And again, if you would like to have this delivered somewhere in Concord or in the towns next to Concord, all around it, call Dave Gruette at 608-9768. And if you'd like to have a Singing Valentine delivered in Manchester or any of the towns that surround Manchester, the guy to call is Joe Hayden, and his number is 483-8295. So feel free, and it's a great chance to give a very special gift to someone you care about or a group that you care about.
And we are on the web, www.harmonize.com/coachman. You can find out all about our chorus, our chapter. And there's also a link right on the very first page. You'll see what looks like our flyer for the Valentine program.
yeah,
You click on that and you can order online as well.
good.
We use
We have Eventbrite that
Eventbrite, thank you.
helps us do that.
And for $39, it's a deal. Other chapters, like I said, across the country, other chapters run this same program.
Yeah.
I'm not aware of anybody coming close to $39. I know we had an outfit just to the south of us getting closer to $70 a pop for almost the same presentation.
Yeah.
It's a very good bargain when you see the reactions.
Yeah. I will confess we have so much enjoyment and satisfaction in delivering these very special gifts that we're okay with giving it away for $39.
Well, yeah.
And it does, but it does also give us we're a nonprofit organization, the Concord Coachmen and the Community Service Chorus, and this gives us the funds we need to pay for a good director and place to rehearse and materials to help us learn the music, things like that.
And people can also, I'm hoping that they're also generous enough to give you a tip as well.
Once in a while that happens, but it's not required.
No, but still, it's nice that they would, if they appreciate that much, to give you a tip.
Yeah.
To heck, after all, I mean, we think of that when you go into restaurants or whatever, or barbers or hairdressers or whatever, you always leave them the tip. Because you appreciate the service they give, and the same with your singing.
Yeah. So this is fun for everybody involved, and a lot of joy for everybody involved, including the singers. And it becomes for the few moments or the few minutes while this gift is happening, we kind of all become one. It's really a special thing.
So over the weekend, if you see guys, red vests, bow ties, they're not valet parking.
There you go.
Chances are there's 4 of them.
Yeah.
And feel free. Anybody out there, if you see the quartet delivering a Valentine and you think that's really cool, it's very possible that you can make arrangements with them on the spot.
There you go.
If their schedule allows.
Yeah.
We'll be happy to deliver to somebody for you. One will usually spawn another, if you will.
Sure.
And those spontaneous ones tend to be a lot of fun.
And what's good to know is with Around Town is that my director over there, Ian Marks there, he has got this on YouTube as well now.
Great.
So he's taping this. It goes over to obviously on CCTV.
Wonderful.
On Channel 22, and also he's got this on YouTube. Look up Around Town with Dick Patten, and he'll have this on here probably in a couple of days. So people can
That's excellent.
tune in and watch it. Watch you talking with me about it right now, and hopefully that'll spur them to give you a call. But
hope so.
But this will be right on YouTube right away, where it might be a couple of days more before they get it on to Around Town on TV. But yeah, so,
technology's great.
Well, I can tell you, I thank Ian for that, because I'm not. He has really brought Around Town into a new area, because I wanted to do something like that, but I'm not computer literate. I'm not whatever literate.
It advances so quickly.
It does, and he is very smart. And like I said, I really I'm so happy to have him on board here now, and he's got his backdrop here for us, and he also does the radio show Faith Speaks now with me. So
Great.
So he can around if they are watching, they can give me a call when they see that on it.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
YouTube. Well, like I said, thank you to him for getting it on YouTube. Because
thank you, Ian.
it has
Most
brought a
appreciated.
lot of even with the parades and stuff now, even with him with it on there. So
Excellent.
but it's traditions like this that you'd like to encourage, because nowadays people just for some reason don't want to be involved. They don't want to be tied up doing anything. So when you have something just come along once a year or whatever, it'd be, hey, it's great to have it. I mean, spread it out there, keep it going, and as you can see, you're building it up, and hopefully another 10 years you'll be even bigger than ever. You never know.
Probably.
I hope so.
Now, do you ever get to sing "My Wild Irish Rose" even though it's a St. Patrick's one? You do that on Valentine's, though?
Quite often.
Yeah.
I would say many times that's one of the two love songs that we deliver.
Yeah.
Sure, and particularly if the family has anyone there of Irish descent, we sometimes get a request for that song on Valentine's Day.
Is it "I Love You Truly"? Another oldie there. I mean, you get that one.
We've sung that many times.
What was the other
folks.
one?
"Heart of My Heart."
That one, and there's another
"Let Me Call You Sweetheart."
That's the one. Yes, I was thinking of that one.
So those are very songs that we very often sing to folks in the Singing Valentine.
Of course, I know
deliveries.
Ian wouldn't be having those in his top 30 songs, but
he'd have to look.
I was in Grange, and of course, at 14, that's what they used to sing with those songs, like "Heart of My Heart" and "Let Me Call You Sweetheart" and all that. So that was always the songs on the program. But
interestingly enough, when we sing those songs, especially in different, we'll do a lot of performances in nursing homes.
Sure.
And we'll sing our whole repertoire, but the old ones.
That's right.
For lack of a better term, and I shouldn't call them that.
Yeah.
But you'll see people, I remember that one.
Oh, yeah.
And
yes,
to get the reaction from folks through music is so moving for us.
Of course it is.
I mean, it is tremendous. And we never know who we're singing to.
No, you don't.
We were at the Veterans Hospital.
Until we get there. I mean, we have the name of the person and the relationship and where they are and when we can go to sing to them. But we generally haven't met that person until we walk in the door and say, "Hi, we're here to deliver a very special gift to you from so-and-so."
Yeah. Yeah, and they usually turn red.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they are.
And just smiles from the people. Maybe not a good example, bank tellers.
Yes, I bet.
We'll deliver to them while they're working.
Sure.
Everybody in line becomes our audience.
Oh, yes, I'm sure they do.
All their coworkers gather around and smiles, and everybody whips out their iPhones.
Oh, yes, I bet they do, too.
And it's just a joy, and usually the donor or whoever, whoever purchaser is in the background just beaming.
Oh, yeah.
And,
it's a surprise.
It's all good.
Yeah. Anytime that the buyer of the Singing Valentine is able to free up their schedule and come and see the presentation, we encourage that, and we do everything we can to make it possible, because that can be one of the joys of this gift. It's wonderful if the giver can be there to see the gift delivered.
Good.
And I can't overstate our gratitude to the efforts of Walt. Walt has been running this program for years. He knows how to run a Singing Valentine program. And when you consider the man hours he's put in, and we haven't even started delivering, we couldn't do it with Walt. And I want to publicly thank you, Walt. I really do.
Well, that's nice.
It's a great program.
Well, we're coming to a close around town, and I want to thank you both for coming on, Lou Jacob and
my pleasure.
And
Norm.
Walt
Griffith there, and of course thanking my director over there, Ian. And again, get your Valentines ordered, your sing-along Valentines, and again, it's $39, and what a gift, 2 songs, a rose, and a photo of the event, and who knows, either on Lincoln's birthday, February 12th, or Valentine's itself on the 14th.
Yes.
So, and you can give them a call, as we said before, Dave Gorett at 608-9768, or Joe Hayden at 483-8295 if you're in the Manchester area. So called today, and who knows, the schedules are filling up, so be one of the
Please
lucky
call.
ones. And happy Valentine's Day to all of you out there, and thanks for coming on
Thank you,
Around
Dick.
Town.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.